Welcome back to another video. Today, we're talking Instagram. So I'm here in America Bay for the evening. It's gonna be really nice. I haven't been here before, but we're gonna go check it out. And what I wanna talk about is Instagram. Instagram is a really powerful platform. Instagram is something that I wanna use to build my personal brand and to use as my portfolio of work as well to show potential clients. So with that in mind, it's super important to have a professional looking feed and to use Instagram in a professional way. And today I want to talk a little bit about that. I've got some tips for how I'm going to go about doing that, and hopefully you guys can watch along and follow along with those too, and you can get your Instagram accounts leveled up as well. Okay, so when I'm thinking about my Instagram account, the first thing I'm thinking about is what is the theme of my account? All accounts I think that are successful have a good theme. They have something that runs under every post that is on the account. And in my case, I'm thinking of travel adventure photography. That's the stuff that I'm enjoying right now. That's something that I'm passionate about, and that's what I want to turn my business into. And I want to use my Instagram for my business, so I want it to align with that theme. Because if I'm just posting random photos of things that don't have much of a connection together, it's hard for an audience to stick around because they don't know what to expect. So having a solid theme and knowing what it is that you want to shoot and what it is that you want to upload is very important. The next thing I'm thinking about is a content plan. And content plans are super useful. Content plans is thinking about, okay, how often am I going to post? What type of content am I going to post? And then that way you can figure out when you need to go and shoot and how many photos do you need, and you can prepare ahead of time that way. It's really handy to help you to have a sustainable and long-living Instagram account. So in terms of a content plan for me, what I'm trying to do is post twice a week. I'm going to post on Mondays and on Thursdays. I'm also going to try and do some Instagram stories on, I think, Tuesdays and Saturdays will probably work well. And throw up some random stories of just some photos as well. They're a little bit less, the original stories I'm going to do were videos, so throw up some photos of some other stories as well throughout the week. And that way I have a really solid content plan and I've got consistent content going out all the time surrounding my theme. So those are the first couple things that I'm thinking about when I'm trying to brand my Instagram account. Alright, so my next tip is to have a cohesive aesthetic. And this is really important. This is one of the biggest tips. Because really, when someone lands on your Instagram page, you have pretty much got the first 9 photos in your grid to convince them to stay and to keep scrolling. You want those 9 photos to look really good together. You want them to have a similar color and contrast ratio. You want to have a cohesive aesthetic. Take a look on screen here of some accounts that I think do a really good job. We've got Peter McKinnon. He's got a really consistent aesthetic. We also have Renee Roning here. I love her aesthetic as well. Very consistent, as you can see, all the way through. Definitely grabs you as soon as you see those first 9 photos. So in terms of my aesthetic, I really like brighter photos. I like saturation, I like color inside them as well. So I'm trying to make sure that I match the color levels between all my photos that have a similar level of saturation and make sure that the exposure is somewhat the same as well. Doing this as well as doing the theme will help to give a really solid and cohesive look to your grid, and that is what is going to convince people to stay, and that's what's going to set you apart from everyone else on Instagram as well. So really think about what the aesthetic is that you want to commit to. This place is super nice. Look at the view out there. That is amazing. Definitely big thumbs up for this spot here. Loving it. So let's talk about a couple more things that we can do to help our Instagram accounts be a bit more professional. So what we can do is captions. Captions are a big one. When you post something, you got to write a little caption. And I find that personal captions work really well. They help you to build a relationship with your audience, and that's what also helps people to come back. So I try to include something about the story behind the photo and what it was that I was doing when I was getting that photo, and maybe a little bit of a personal note about how I'm going at the moment, stuff like that. So I think that putting personal touches in your captions really helps to build your community and so your audience. The other thing is hashtags. Using hashtags can really help you to get exposed to a bunch of different people all over the platform. I've heard a rule that says that you only want to use between 3 and 5 hashtags. I've definitely ignored that for a long while and just put as many hashtags as I could. I'm still trying to figure out what the best way is, but I'm trying out the 3 to 5 thing, and currently I think it's doing an okay job. So definitely use your hashtags wisely and try to capture the greatest attention and the greatest audience with those. Another thing you can do is your bio. You can fix your bio up. You really want to make sure that your bio says a lot about who you are, what you offer, and the brand that you are, what it is that you care about inside of your brand. So I'll throw up a little screenshot here of what my bio looks like before I made this video. And now I'll throw a quick one up of what it looks like after having made this video. You can see there's a big difference. All right, another thing to talk about is stories, but I'm gonna throw to yesterday Tim, and he's gonna tell you a little bit more about stories. All right, welcome out to the mountain biking trails. Let's talk Instagram stories super quick. Stories are something I've never really used. I pretty much only use stories to post little clips just of like the location I'm at when I'm doing a sunrise shoot or a sunset shoot or something nice like that. But Instagram stories are something that's really powerful and something we can really use, and something that can definitely add to our branding as well and just our business as a whole. So I'm gonna try and utilize them a lot more. I'm gonna try and make some Instagram stories, but not just with my phone, with the actual big camera, what you guys are seeing me through right now. I'm gonna try and use my filmmaking skills to make my Instagram stories even better, so that hopefully I can use those to show people that I actually take my work seriously, and I'm good at what I do, and I'm even willing to do it for something that's gonna be gone in 24 hours. That's something that's super valuable, and so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go for a little ride through the trails here and see if I can make a quick Instagram story about my mountain biking today. So there are a couple of things I'm thinking about with my Instagram stories. Primarily, I'm thinking, is this content relevant to my business? Is it relevant to what it is that I actually want to do, to what my theme is on my Instagram account, and what it is that I actually shoot normally? I don't want to be posting too many random things. I want to be posting things that are somewhat related to the whole travel adventure vibe. So I'm thinking about whether or not what I'm shooting is actually relevant to that. I'm also thinking about a couple technical things. I'm thinking about, obviously, I'm thinking from a filmmaker perspective here, so I'm thinking, what music am I going to use? Where's my audio coming from? I'm actually using a good microphone, you know? I'm also shooting things vertically. Ooh, it's kind of hard to mimic that with one hand. I'm shooting things vertically so that it's already in that type of aspect ratio ready for Instagram. Stuff like this is what I'm thinking of to really make my stories that much better. I'm also thinking of, color grading and stuff like that. I'm actually putting in the work to try and make this a full film, so that it's really something that can be valuable to my audience and can show that I actually care about my work. Alright, it's been a good ride today, and that's a little bit about why Instagram stories matter and how I'm intending to use them for my purposes and my Instagram and my business. Let's check out the finished Instagram story from today so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Well, there you have it, folks. That's what I'm doing to make my Instagram account look more professional. I really want to use Instagram to build up my business, so having a professional account is going to be a great way to reach clients and to build an audience. And if you guys want to follow along with these tips as well, hopefully you guys can get a similar professional aesthetic Instagram account. Let me know in the comments below if you guys found some value in today's video. If you're going to go ahead and create a consistent aesthetic on your Instagram account, I would love to hear all about it. And whilst you're down there, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, make sure you hit that notification bell, that way you don't miss out on future videos talking about Instagram and all sorts of other things to help you get a professional brand going. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see my Instagram accounts, go ahead and follow Tim Duncan Photography and Tim Duncan Productions. Those are my two Instagram accounts. Tim Duncan Photography is the one where I do my travel adventure stuff, so if you're interested in seeing that and the aesthetic that I'm building, go ahead and follow that. You can also check out some of my other videos that'll be on screen at the end of this video here, where I go on other photo missions around the place and talk to you guys even more about my progress. But there you go, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Wednesday. See you then.